welcome to today's edition of URP Practical Talk. I'm your host, George Gonzalez, and today we have in the studio a very familiar face, Dr. Vishnu Bandhu. How are you doing?
Hi, George. Fine, thank you.
Great, great. So, how have things been since the last time we spoke?
Well, thing was a bit heated, in the local government election. As you know, we'll still continue talking about local government election because that the hot topic now in the whole country.
Of course.
Um, we've been campaigning. We've been trying to ensure that we're able to contest the local government election.
So, how many constituencies are you currently contesting?
We are contesting 20 in ANDCs.
Mhm.
We are doing PR, and we are contesting 6 township. We are contesting one constituency in Georgetown, which is going for party post, and we are contesting also um, 6 constituency in Linden, and we doing PR in Linden. So we're doing 6 town: Linden, Anna Regina, Georgetown, New Amsterdam, Rose Hall, and Curriverton, and 20 NDCs.
Right. And so, I'd like to actually go back to a phrase that I heard you use that maybe some of the viewers may not understand. You use the phrase first past the post and PR, so proportional representation. Can you
Right.
please explain what those things
Well,
are?
proportional representation is like the political parties, they cover the whole area.
Hmm.
And the first past the post is when the individual like are contesting. They have to get their pictures, and they have to get 50 to 60 signatory to back them up.
Okay.
You know.
So PR essentially is that you would vote for like a ticket, like for
Yeah,
a specific
a
party.
group
Okay.
or a party
group,
or what
okay.
have you.
And then
know.
first past the post is when you have individual
Yes, you
representatives.
contest a specific area. Like many areas, like Georgetown, for instance, we have 15 constituency,
Mhm.
right? Linden has 8 constituency. Like all the NDCs has constituency too. If you want to go individually to contest it, you can go also under the political party or any other group. You can do that. So we're doing 1 in Georgetown. We did 6 in Linden, the constituency force participles, plus the PR.
Okay, great. And so, how have things been going so far in terms of your outreach and the campaign in those towns, in those NDCs, in
Well,
those constituencies?
there's a lot of rumors out there about the URP, and most come from the PPP. They have been trying their utmost best to let us not contest these local government elections, especially in Region 3 where I belong to. They have been going at people home when they see that they are candidate for the URP. I don't know if they are paying them or what they're telling them, but all I know that people are going to withdraw their name all the time from the ticket of the URP candidate. Just like that, they come 3, 4, 5 come in and withdraw the name, but we're able to get more and replace their names. They have been following our vehicle all over the place, see where we're going, what we're doing, and it's sickening to know what the PPP has been doing. This is a local government election. This is about the people in the area. Why, if you are having all this support, why you are so much afraid of trying to prevent the URP to contest this election? Huh? You already have your support as you're claiming, right? So you shouldn't be afraid that any other political party or group contesting the area. The way they behave, like if they own these people, that's the way they behave. They go insulting people. Chairman of the NDCs and so on go in and insult the people in the area if they know they're signed for the URP or they're candidate for the URP. I don't know if they think that when these people born, they get a PPP certificate that they belong to the PPP, or the PNC if they belong to them. I know you only get a birth certificate when you're born. But I know some of these people are saying, I'm a born PNC, I'm a born PPP. I, I can understand that where you born PPP and PNC, you know. So when you say things like that, you will go down the racial line right away. You know, it's you're talking about race. Because Barnum in his days, he said you have to born a PNC. It means you have to born black to be a PNC. And the same thing, Chetty them didn't say it, but they're adopting it, right? By saying you're Indian, you'll be PPP. Well, we have to put a stop to this. This is nonsense. 50 plus years we are going down the same path. It doesn't bring bread and butter on the table. Right? So my message is to the PPP. Please, be practical in life. If you're not doing the right thing, people will not support you. And they have not been doing the right thing by the people. And if you vote for them and you vote for the PNC, you're going down the same road. And the same result you'll get. You will get nothing different. Right? And when these guys go in power, especially the PPP, when these guys who are chairman and so on, they feel that they can walk on people in the NDC. They look after area where they know they have support, and they neglect the other area. They don't look after all over the place, right? And you can't talk to them because they are high and mighty. Right? URP are trying very hard to change the system, and that's why we are telling our people that we are here to serve you, to work with you, to help you to become what you want in your life. We're not only talking about looking after dam and road and drains and all these things. We go beyond that. We go beyond that and talk about the economy. Try to do things in your area. Try to encourage factories, different kind of businesses in your area so that you can be able to provide job for the people. But the only way that we can be able to do that if we have the majority seats in the NDCs. Because knowing the PPP, no matter what you bring up, they will always put it down. The same way how the government is in power, they will put down everything they do. And the PNC also, when the PPP in power, they put down everything they do. And this is the game the both sides have been playing. And the URP are hoping and praying that we will be able to change this situation and let every human being in Guyana realize that we are all one. We are brothers and sisters, and we have to work together to achieve what we want. This is not only about power, what these power hungry people are trying to do. It is so disgusting. The PPP go wake people who they know candidate 11:30 in the night and telling them all kind of stories and probably paying them a couple dollars, and they walk also with their JP and their letter for them to sign. Many of these people doesn't know what they sign. I know of one lady, when she go to the place with the letter, the returning officer asks her, "Do you know what this letter is?" She said no. He said, "This letter you are resigning, taking off your name from the URP candidate list." She said, "No, I don't want that. I don't want that." So this attitude of the PPP, if these are the kind of people that you want to run your life with no discipline, no respect, no nothing, how you expect to have progress in your area? Eh? These people are a pack of bullies. They are not real. It's all about power for them, where they can tell people what they feel like telling people. That's all. You know, in the Indian area, the PPP go tells the people that you know what, the URP will collate with the APNU. And in the black area, the APNU's people go in and tell the black that the URP will collate with the PPP. And we are telling you clear. Our policy is very clear. URP policy is not to collate with no political party. And I'm saying this over and over. If the URP has one seat, they go one. Right? But we are not collating with them. Their ideology is totally different than our ideology. We have totally difference in them. So we will not collate with any political party. And we want you, the audience, to know that. We are saying this over and over. We have it on our vehicle. We have it all over the place. I want you all to understand this. And the rumors that the PPP sends out there, you know, it's disgusting. It's really disgusting. You know, the propaganda, they are the best thing for propaganda. They should change the name from PPP to Propagandary Party because they're good in that. They're very good in that. You know, you see the other day, Bharat and his henchmen them from quarantine saying that URP members are going to people home and tell them that they're from the PPP. Now, Bharat and all these people them insult these people intelligent because URP is the only political party in Guyana had all their vehicle, big name on them. And when they go and they come in front of your home and go to recruit you to be a candidate or get a signatory, and the vehicle stop with a big writing of URP, and they go come in your home and they're going to tell you that, you know what, we are from the PPP. Huh? It makes sense. Eh? You insult the people intelligent. Yeah. And then you go in and talking about dead man lists and you're forcing people to sign and all these nonsense. You know it's like like when they said the old people in our country say when the cow go into the slaughterhouse, right? They mess anywhere, and that's what's happening with the PPP. Right? This is what they realize that the wrong thing they do been catching up with them now. Right? And this is why they're behaving in this manner. They talk about dead man names on the list. They are the one who put dead man name on the list. They know to do that good. The PNC them know to do that good. All of them know to do those kind of things. We have been campaigning house to house in this country. We never take somebody's name without they agree. You have to agree, and we are explaining to them in details. This is what, if you know you wouldn't have time to serve, don't be a part of it. You know, but you have to serve. If you sign our thing, you have to serve. Otherwise, don't be a part. Because we don't want to waste time. And we don't want people to go in MDCs and township and sit down and sleeping. We want them to wide awake. We want to make a difference in Guyana. Not only talking, as I said earlier, about road and about drains and dam and bridges. You know, we don't only want to look at that. We want to go beyond that. We want to try to introduce new ideas. NDC must be a part of development. You know, not only repair. Yeah. Try to encourage people to bring in business, manufacturing company, and different kind of business to create jobs in the area. But we can only do that if we have the majority votes because we know the PPP and the PNC styling.
So what I'm hearing from what you're saying on there is that you really, while the national government should lead economic policies, that you even want the NDCs to have a certain level of involvement in this, in the terms of like bringing factories to their communities, in terms of bringing business into those communities.
Yes, yes. And then by doing that, it make the government job even easier, right? Because the government will receive more tax, more everything. People will have jobs. We will be able to do more export and things like that, to foreign country. So these are kind of things that what we are talking about will able to lessen the pressure on the central government.
So, that why do you feel that you have so many of these NDCs and these constituencies that they're supposed to be here for the development of the nation, supposed to be here for the development of these neighborhoods? What you said sounds like a very, uh, in my mind, what should be the goal of any NDC. So, why is that not being done in your
Because
opinion?
they didn't have that kind of vision. Their vision is only to look after road, dam, bridges, see that the people pay the right tax and all these things. But we want the URP want to take it further than that. Because every area, if we can create jobs and get women and so employed in get them doing something by sitting home all day doing nothing, and things are so bad with them because of the cost of living in Guyana. One person is very difficult to maintain a home today, right? So if we can create job for even the women that in their area, and we can create job in that area, so you don't have to pay enormous amount of money for transportation and all these things. People get a couple dollars more in their home, and it will ease the pressure on them. Their children will go more to school. They will be well dressed. They will be well fed, and all these things. So, they will be able to save a couple dollars and put a couple dollars aside. So when they year up, they can take their family somewhere for a holiday for a week or 2 weeks, you know. And this what the URB. Look, if you can't have happiness in your life, it doesn't make sense you living. Why living? Just to work and eat? Eh? You have no fun, no happiness, no smile on your face? It doesn't make sense.
To be 100% honest, this is my own personal opinion, but I feel like that is what contributes to the suicide rate in this country.
Definitely.
It's depressing. It's depressing to eat, sleep, work, repeat.
Yeah, yeah.
And to not even be able to save just an extra few dollars at the end of the week. It is a depressing existence.
Well, it not only suicide, but it creates crime too, because people stealing all over the place. So yesterday I was in a place called Anna Katrina at the back, and they are telling me that they got rampant thieving in the area. People stealing the cattle and all these things from that area. Because people doesn't have money to take care of their family. And if you have a family and you have children, you know, and they are holding their tummy and crying out for food and you don't have food, you are the decent man, your lifestyle will change right away because it will drive you to do anything you can do. You will do anything in life to get a meal for your children because it is your responsibility to do that. See? So we are hoping that these people will open their eyes and see. The next thing they're doing? Like many places, because local government election, the same style PPP has, right? When local government election come, they go all the little holes they have on the road and dam, they go and they start to fix it up.
Oh, wow.
Right? So they fix up the hole and the dam to tell you, you see, we are doing work, you got to come and vote for us. Right?
Yeah.
So you will go and vote for them on 12th of November, and then for the next 2 years, for the next local government election, no hole wouldn't fix. All the hole will get back huge and nobody pay attention to you. The same system they got in general election in Guyana. When time for election, the government who are in government, they start to shine up here, shine up there, doing things. After the election done, they don't even see you. You can't even see them, and that's how it goes. So people have to be educated. They have to start thinking, right? That come in and fill the hole today, and next 2 months you'll bring back. You will never full till the next local government election again, right? They take the money, they misuse the money, they do all kind of things with the money, right? Who are in charge, they find ways and means to spend the money, right? So people are not benefit of anything. We want people to be involved. We want open-minded people. We want fair people. We want people who look at everyone equally and do what you're supposed to do. Right? Not do because this person live, your party member, you live in the street. You look after the street. No, look after all over. If you're looking after, look after all over. Right? And then I will say that you're doing the right job. So I would like to tell the audience, those of you, if you have a good NDC, you have good people in the NDC and you're satisfied, fine. But if you're not satisfied, move them out.
Yeah.
Move them out. Because it doesn't matter if it's the PNC or the PPP or the URP, if they're doing their job, it's all well and good because it's development for your community. And this election is about your community. That's why I'm saying, repeating it over and over. The local government election is for you. It's not for Vishnu Bandhu or the URP. It is for you to develop your area. Because if your area is clean and nice, then you avoid your children and your family to get disease.
Yeah.
Because germs accumulate in drains. If it's not cleaned properly, germs accumulate. Your children or yourself may get sick from that.
Mm-hmm.
You may go to the hospital, they don't have medicine for you. You may pass out, lost your life. Right? But if you have a clean environment, then you will attract people to come into your area and spend money. You will attract people to come and buy your property at a good rate, a good price. Your property value will increase. So this is the reason of local government election. We need people who are sincere, who are honest, and not people who are only thinking about their pocket. Think about the people. Because when you take this position, you are taking position to serve, not to be served like these people today. All them who are in local government election in the NDCs and township and who are in charge, they are there for the pocket and to be served. So we want to change that system. You are going there to serve the people, not for the people to serve you. You have to work hand in hand with the people. Because whatever little stipend or whatever little pay you're getting is coming from the people, the taxpayers' money. And you ought to work for it and work sincerely. Because you know that you want your community to develop. So it is important, George, that our people to understand these things. As I always said, the old people said, what you can see high daytime, you don't want a light to see it in the night. Because you're seeing it clear.
Yeah.
And we are seeing clear what is happening in our beautiful Guyana. How it runs. Corrupt to the highest extent. All over. And the URP want to bring a halt to that. We want to ensure that the people get what they deserve. not taking the people money and put it in your pocket. It's happening all over in Guyana. Anybody do something, they stretch their hand, they want a handout. If you got a job and you know you can't pay before you steal, leave the job and look for a next job. Don't take the job and go and steal. Because the order of the day today, if you're a carpenter, right? I used to do construction one time. I had about 70 people working, with me. And you know what? If they didn't carry something every day, they ain't happy. So it is time that we be serious to serve our people. Those of you who want to go there to serve, not to be served, not to think only that filling your pocket. The time has come for us to able to do the right thing. So I'm encouraging you out there, please let us work together and build our community and vote. When time comes for vote on 12th of November, go out and vote. And please take the URP seriously and vote for the URP. The cowhead is the symbol. Please, I beg you, for your own benefit, vote for the URP so you can have a difference in your community. I thank you and may God bless all of you who are listening to us. Thank you.
Yes. So,
Thank you, George.
all right. Thank you. And thank you for speaking with us today. And so that is all the time that we have for this edition of URP Practical Talk. I'm your host, George Gonzalez. And as always, we'd like for you to check out the website, find out more about us at www.urpguyana.com, or you can even check out the Facebook at URP Guyana. Thanks again.